on there, guys. We back with another one. And today we got Jay Williams seemingly catching Stephen A. Smith in a lie. Now, guys, you remember the other day when Kyrie Irving got traded, they got in a heated discussion to the point where Stephen A. was telling Jay if he got something to say it right now. Let's take it to that next level if you want to. That was the way Stephen A. was coming. And Jay was like, "No, I'm not here for the BS, you know." So it kind of got de-escalated after that, but you could tell it was still tensions in the air. And Tim Legler and Molly was like, "What in the world?" But now we kind of got Jay Williams catching Stephen A. up in his own words, and I'm gonna reveal that to you a little later. But for people who haven't seen it yet, I'm gonna play this clip again, and then I'm gonna share Jay Williams' response to that.
You say, I find it interesting. You always say that. Say what you say.
I'm not allowed to say what I find interesting. I don't seem to be the one being triggered right now.
I'm always triggered.
Seems personal.
For me with Kyrie,
yes.
All the interest you have, got the nerve to sit here in national television and tell me I'm getting personal with a player.
We both got a lot to say.
Right. You do?
Yeah.
You do?
I'm not in here for that.
So, guys, you heard Jay right there call Stephen A. Smith out for getting what he felt like was personal with Kyrie Irving, right? Stephen A. basically denied it right there. Y'all heard him, right? Well, Stephen A. goes on the Pat McAfee Show and he says this.
It doesn't matter how I feel about you. I'm always going to be fair and I'm always going to be objective. You ain't worth my paper. So my attitude is that even if I don't like your ass, I'm still going to be fair. Now, me and Kyrie have our differences that I don't think will ever be settled. He knows why. It's personal. He knows why. It's personal. I'm not going to say why.
And so after Jay Williams heard that clip, he quotes that and he has like the curious emoji like, ain't that what I said? Pretty much is what he was implying. So now we got Marcellus Wiley weighing in on the whole situation, and this is what he had to say about it.
Did y'all see Stephen A., Jay Williams? Poor Molly, poor Tim Legler. It's going to be some culture clashes going on in media right now, and it's going to continue to ramp up. Why? Because everybody got sold a bill of goods to some degree. Let me give it to you like this. Media to players was supposed to be translation of the game. You want to get a former player because he's going to tell you how the game was. He's going to tell you how the game feels. He's going to tell you everything about the game. What media turned into was something different. Like the entertainment factor, which had to be present even if you're educating people, has now made people realize, oh, I think we've gone too far. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. But Stephen A., Jay Will, Iran, keep it real.
What's up, IG? I'm going to keep this very short and sweet today. It's about the Brooklyn Nets and Kyrie Irving. Number one, Kyrie Irving needs to do what's best for Kyrie Irving. That's that simple to me. If Kyrie Irving is still processing the information, he should not be publicly chastised or publicly condemned because he's doing something that millions of other people are doing. There are different ways to communicate that to Kyrie. Kyrie should do what's best for Kyrie. That's number one. Number two, if Kyrie is going to do what's best for Kyrie, then the Brooklyn Nets have to do what's best for the Brooklyn Nets.
That last clip I just wanted to play just to show you like what Jay's initial response to all of this was pertaining to Kyrie Irving. And I think it changed over time because of how the media was coming down on him. And, you know, they have the Duke relationship. What I will say to Stephen A. is, you know, a lot of times you may say something in the heat of the moment when your heart is pumping real fast and you're in the midst of conflict. You may say something that you forgot you said. And I feel like maybe Stephen A. forgot that he said that he didn't have nothing personal against Kyrie, because I think the way Jay Williams is looking at it is, even if Stephen A. says, okay, we have a personal issue, but I'm not holding that against him in my commentary, how strong his takes are against Kyrie Irving at times makes that hard to believe, especially now that he's stated that there's a personal issue between the two. And Kyrie has come out on his public platform and he spoke on it. And a lot of people spoken on Stephen A. Smith. I think KD did at one time. And yeah, so it's no love lost there. But Stephen A., I'm pretty sure he forgot that he said that. But, man, we have the evidence, and you spilled the beans on Pat McAfee that there is indeed something that's on the personal level that you and Kyrie have going on that'll probably never be resolved. See, that I think that's the part right there that makes it hard to believe that you aren't taking that into an account, you know. Because I know a lot of people was going at Charles Barkley because he has that relationship with Jordan. He was doing his job, and I think he was telling the truth. But I say that to say, he didn't let his personal relationship get in the way with what he said. And I feel like sometimes Stephen A., depending on who his personal relationship is with, he may mince those words, or he may say it a little nice where the person can be receptive to it. And if it's someone he doesn't like Kyrie, he doesn't care how he takes it. I mean, again, that might just be a human nature element to it, but for him to pretend like that didn't weigh into his takes at all, I think is, he'd have to believe we were crazy to think we believe that, because there's no way that's possible, especially with how how Kyrie has come out and, said it on his social media platform. And Kyrie could feel betrayed because remember when he first left Cleveland, he gave Stephen A. that interview, I believe, to come sit up there on First Take and talk about why he wanted out and why he didn't want to stay with LeBron, or why he didn't tell LeBron he was leaving and everything. I think he might have felt like, maybe Stephen A. wasn't his friend, but it was clearly a media personality he felt like he could trust to disclose that information and come out and say that. So I feel like Kyrie could have felt a little betrayal with how Stephen A. went with him in the media. Now, I don't know when this happened, but it seems to stem from around the time Kyrie was taking games off the storming of the Capitol. I think that's where their relationship kind of just really where it hit the fan. Maybe there could have been something when he wanted out of Boston, but I don't remember him and Stephen A. having a bad riff back then. But now I think, for him to say that it's not a fixable thing, or something that may never be fixed, leads me to believe that Kyrie is one of those people he shouldn't talk about. The way he tries not to talk much about Kwame Brown now, he probably is just the basketball portion with Kyrie. He probably should just talk about that right now, especially because, I ain't going to say he shouldn't, but he's saying it's a personal thing. And so everything you say is going to seem like you're sensitive in a way, or that, you are trying to really stick it to him and you not being objective with your takes. But man, let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, peace.